What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, What's Up G, back with another banger. And I am the best reporting on hip hop and entertainment. Now, we got Drizzy verse Kendrick Lamar. This been getting messy. UMG just came out with a couple statements. I don't know if UMG sounding a little scared or if Drake's scared. We about to get into it. My man, Fantastic Hip Hop, he came through with another banger. Let's get into it, y'all.
When it comes to Drake, right now this guy has to be feeling more empty than ever because beyond his music career, which is getting worse by the day, and all of the paperwork that has ruined his entire rap legacy, somehow for Drake, things have managed to only get worse in this time, as with Lil Wayne just sitting down doing an entire interview and telling us so much about where he has been at, what his upcoming album, The Carter 6, is going to be like, and specifically how he feels about Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and everything surrounding them. What is clear about how Wayne addressed this entire situation is that he is cool with Kendrick Lamar despite what happened between him and Drake, and with this, Drake now is facing the ultimate moment of rejection in hip-hop as he is now realizing that even when it comes to his own former mentor and the guy who got him into this thing entirely, he is not even taking a stance to even show just a little support for him, and now
Yeah, shout out Wayne, and he shouldn't choose sides. Kendrick came out and said he looked up to him. He got nothing but love for Wayne. How don't you have love? Everybody in rap who grew up wanting to rap should have love for Lil Wayne. There ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way you're a lyrical artist who came up right now and you don't got love for Lil Wayne. I would judge you by that. I wouldn't judge Lil Wayne. And also, Drizzy, since Wayne put you on initially, you ain't did nothing but try to kill my boy. Yeah, you did all that while he was locked up, hit his girl and all that stuff. I ain't forget. And since you blew up, you ain't been keeping Lil Wayne around you, and I don't like that. So yeah, I don't mind Wayne staying neutral because everybody Wayne was going through it. You ain't never really step up to the plate. You ain't never really put pressure on that situation when he was going through it with Birdman. Ain't no way y'all ain't drop a joint album during that time when he was going through it with Birdman. Hold up, let me say that again from the tippy. Ain't no way y'all ain't drop a joint album when he was going through it with Birdman. He had to drop it with 2 Chainz? Yeah, let's keep this video going. We ain't gonna
before we
play.
go any
You know
further
I don't
into this
play.
and
I
see
don't
just how
play.
mad Drake really is, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And now, as this moment is marking the last person leaving Drake who could have maybe kinda turned things around, really be sure to leave that like so hip-hop can see what is the final turning point in Drake's downfall. And so with that said, when it comes to Drake and Lil Wayne, I mean, right now, as Drake is now putting all of hip hop in a place it has never been in already with his lawsuit, with what is now happening with Wayne, he is fully realizing just how far removed he is from everything, because no matter how you want to put it, the fact that the rapper who brought him into this genre and got him in the position that he was in is not just being silent anymore on everything that's happened to you, but now is speaking the way he just did. I mean, in this time where Drake is cutting off everyone who is even slightly speaking against him in any sort of way, Drake now is at the point where he is so far in a bad place that for whatever reason possible, Lil Wayne is just acting like he has not known whatsoever what has been going down with the entire downfall of his career. And at the same time, and when everyone wants to know what MCs are cool with who, making this even worse for Drake, Wayne is more focused on telling everybody that he and Kendrick Lamar are on good terms, and with Drake, he only alludes to what their relationship used to be. And really now, with Wayne's entire interview that he just did with Rolling Stone, which we are about to get into everything here, what Wayne makes very clear when you see what he has to say about everything, is that for whatever reason, and I think it's something that either of them don't want to talk about, him and Drake have split up bad and definitely have some major issues behind the scenes, because when we get into what Wayne said when asked about his relationship with Kendrick Lamar and all of the beef that happened with Drake, his responses, at the very least, are showing that something is off with Drake and that the two are just nowhere near the pair of friends and collaborators that they used to be. And if I had to guess why, just looking at the track records, I'd imagine it's because Drake has done something even to betray his own mentor. But now, before we go any further into what Drake has done and how bad he is messed up here, have you ever found yourself wondering whether a message or somebody trying
But we already know what he did. He snaked Wayne just as bad as he snaked DJ Drama. Yeah, the whole Meek Mill and Drake beef started from Drake illicitly going at DJ Drama's wife. Nailed her through a wall. DJ Drama, we already know he passive aggressive. He ain't got too many aggressive moans in his body. He then gives the leaked tapes to Meek Mill, which then culminates into everything that happened. I can understand you doing that to DJ Drama. Actually, I can't because that man is married and that's his wife. But your dad and mom situation, Drake being the way it was, I can see you doing something like that. But when your mentor, Lil Wayne, the boy that pulled you up and put you on, goes to jail and the first thing you do is hit his main jaw, which broke his heart, he said. Wayne said that broke his heart. And if you over the age of 20, you know how bad that is for Lil Wayne to say that on camera and really mean it, bro. It broke my heart. It broke my heart hearing Wayne say that. Not by Drake, bro. Not the boy you put on. Then you put two and two together about Drake's background and what he culturally is and how he came into hip hop and then how he used Lil Wayne and then overstepped his boundaries and never really rocked with Wayne since. That's where I have a problem at with Drake. I don't like that, bro. Culturally, I don't like that, bro. Because I got some real ones on the other side that would never do that to me. And we accept them like one of our own. They accept me the same way. I don't like that, bro. I don't like that Drake is one of them from the other side. And he everything that the ancestors said he would be. He gonna come in, infiltrate the game, snake the person that put him on, kill him in the only way that he can, that he won't go to jail for it. I don't like that, bro. That's the part of Drake I can't rock with, and that's the part of Drake that turned this channel into a monster. If y'all didn't know, I started off as the biggest Drake fan. You know, I'm an artist, I'm a songwriter, and I would go at anybody over that. But then once I seen how this boy was moving behind the scenes, I couldn't rock with it as a man because I keep it G and I'm my own man. I tell them young boys what to do. How I'm gonna be telling these young bucks what to do, and I'm rocking with somebody I don't believe is solid. No, I'm gonna stand on that. I don't think he's solid. I think he be doing a lot of HOE stuff, mainly this Lil Wayne stuff. Yeah, him being a snake to Lil Wayne was just as bad as Young Blue snaking Lil Boosie. I haven't listened to a Young Blue song since. And I thought he was next up. I haven't really listened to a Drake song since all the information came out. Once all the information came out, I haven't really listened to a Drake song. I'll listen and be like, is this a hit? And I'll acknowledge it. But I haven't listened. It is what it is. Carry on.
Reach you was real or a scam? For me, I have kept having this problem recently where as I am waiting for a very important call, I just keep getting bothered by unknown numbers, and as this kept happening, I realized that my number was out there so easily, and if you have ever had this problem and wanted to take action, today's sponsor Aura is here to help you. Aura is a service that protects your
Fantastic hip hop. You done went triple platinum out in these streets, but I ain't about to listen to this commercial. I ain't gonna hold you. When is the end of the commercial, bro? Shout out Fantastic Hip Hop. I'm trying to get like you, bro. You got good lord.
Speak about Kendrick Lamar so highly after he humiliated who he thought was his guy at one time in a rap beef, and then even between Lamar and Wayne, in Wayne's own eyes, took the Super Bowl halftime show away from him. And even with that, and Wayne is still talking about how much that meant to him, he is still showing that he is friendly with the guy. I mean, for Wayne to now directly confirm and tell us that he went as far to call up Kendrick Lamar as the article literally says, Wayne tells me things are fine between him and Lamar. Wayne called the LA rapper ahead of the Super Bowl to clear the air and encourage him. Earlier on last year's GNX album, Lamar had rhymed irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. A day later, Wayne made a post warning. I just be chilling and they still come for my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. And I mean, with this, and let's remember that at one point from the post Wayne made, it seemed like he was ready to diss Kendrick and start a full-on beef with him for those lines he said on GNX, like this says. For Wayne to literally get on the phone with Kendrick and now speak about it multiple times and make sure that they are good and clear up their issues. And also, let's remember that Wayne told him he was gonna crush the Super Bowl halftime show, despite the fact that in this interview, he still said he could not watch it, but really, when we look at what the halftime show actually became, and the narratives Drake is trying to spin about it now, it really only makes all this more ironic and shows why Drake is so mad at him even more. And now with all of this, while Drake is livid, we can see that Wayne doesn't just think that he is on good terms with Kendrick Lamar, but he has a lot of respect for him, because he is clearly showing just by how much he is mentioning him that he cares way more about where their bond is at than him and Drake, because at this
Yeah, he would have respect for Kendrick Lamar because look at how Wayne came in the game and stepped on it. Jay-Z ain't want Lil Wayne in the game. Jay-Z wanted to be the king. Lil Wayne said, no, get out the way. I'm about to do what I want to do. Birdman said, man, we ain't got the budget to take over the whole joint, Lil Wayne. Guess what Lil Wayne did? He started hopping on everybody's tracks and taking their tracks. Oh, your label? Let me tell you what happened. Mike Jones. Who Mike Jones? He came out with his next hit song that was supposed to be a hit and potentially was. His label put bread behind it. Lil Wayne said, that's what y'all about to do? If I take that song from Mike Jones, it's almost like y'all putting bread behind me. You know, that same bread that Birdman said he couldn't come together with. I'm going to take everybody's songs and make their labels low-key promote me. Like, you got to understand what Wayne did. I don't care about the budget, Universal. I don't care about the budget, Birdman. Y'all can't fork the bill? No, I want to be the greatest. I want to be the best right now. I'm going to hop on his track over here and make his label promote it. That was his hit. His label going to promote it like a hit. No, the world's going to know it as Lil Wayne featuring you. So watching Kendrick come up and saying like, yo, y'all ain't going to second best me. I want my spot. Who you think would relate to that? Lil Wayne, bro. Drizzy ain't going to relate to it because it was more given to him. You was put in position by Lil Wayne and Universal and Birdman. You got Universal, Lucian Grange, the person he beefing with now, runs hip hop. But at the time he was on his side. So you got Lucian Grange, the main piece on the chessboard. The most cheating, game-breaking piece. You get what I'm saying? You got Lucian Grange. Then you got Birdman, the best CEO, one of the best CEOs at the time. And you got Lil Wayne vouching for you, who's known as the best rapper alive. And you got Nicki Minaj on the girl side. It's a win-win situation. You can't lose. And you say like, yo, why does Wayne relate more to Kendrick? He gonna relate to somebody like Kendrick. I would relate more to somebody like Kendrick. Somebody who had to get it and they had to go against people. And, boy, you want it, you better fight for it. That's what Wayne had to do. Drake, you didn't have to do that. Boy, when you came in the game, it was like you was like finals. Boy, you had all of them. You had all of them. Who want to go through it with me? A female rapper can't even get mad at you. You gonna have Nicki rip her head off. Who we gonna go through it with? Wayne is still Wayne at the time. In 2009, Wayne was Wayne. Who we going to go through it with? It's almost like you get a red carpet straight through the game. And then you got this little dude named Kendrick Lamar who had to earn everything. He had to come up underneath TDE. He had to be the opening man for J-Rock. Lil Wayne gonna relate to that. He gonna say, look, J-Rock, he remind me of Juvenile. Yeah, I had to be the little homie to Juvenile. I remember that. You had to be the little homie to J-Rock. And low-key in the back of your mind feeling like you was the GOAT. And J-Rock felt like he was the hottest right now. But I feel like I'm the GOAT. Lil Wayne gonna relate to that, bro. So him rocking with Kendrick and hitting him up on the bat phone. You know, when you hit somebody on the bat phone, that's when I say the bat phone, that mean you hitting them up on something thorough that's between you and him. If I hit you on the bat phone, you better not let it leak, because I'm going to lose all respect and I'll rip your head off. I hit you on the bat phone for mutual respect. That's how Lil Wayne hit Kendrick. You think he can still hit Drake like that right now? If he could, they'd be on camera together. Let's keep this joint going, y'all.
Time as Wayne is talking about Kendrick and making sure that they are good and everybody knows that, when Wayne is asked about where he and Drake stand in this same interview, he just gives vague comments and alludes to what he meant to him in the past, but doesn't actually go on to talk about where they are at now, which we see this on display when Wayne was talking about how he didn't know what was actually going on in the Drake and Kendrick beef, didn't understand that Drake was being dissed in Not Like Us, and then said he accidentally dissed Drake when he was chanting Not Like Us that time back, but didn't know it was a Kendrick Lamar song. And again, he doesn't even say that the two have spoken or anything like that, but just says that he didn't mean it to be perceived this way, although I think it was very clear that when you heard Not Like Us, it was a Kendrick Lamar song, and you can clearly hear him not just mention Drake's name, but I mean Lil Wayne himself was mentioned in the track as well. And I do think that Wayne doing all of this speaks to a much bigger problem that needs to have a larger conversation about how he is taking no accountability for things that have happened and that he has done, and he is forgetting so much stuff. But at the most surface level of this, no matter what you want to say, he is picking and choosing to tell us, which is what a lot of people are trying to run with. He didn't forget to tell us where he and Kendrick are at, show that they are fine, and let us know everything about that. But when it comes to Drake, there has just been nothing, and I think this is speaking volumes. And now what really becomes more perplexing about this entire situation is that while Lil Wayne is telling us that he had no idea that this beef was even happening and what all of this meant, let's just take Wayne by his word here. And now when we understand that Drake's biggest mentor and pivotal figure in the industry never spoke to him once in this time, where Drake...
Yeah, I would say I'm gonna give Wayne a pass. He don't know. He's been consistent with saying like, I don't listen to nobody but me. If I hear something, I don't know what's going on. I'm a give Wayne. Oh, good Lord, I'm over here sneezing. Say bless you. Drop it in the comments. Say bless you. But yeah, like I'm gonna give it to Wayne and say he didn't know. Cause he don't be knowing stuff. His daughter came out and said he don't be knowing stuff. He don't be knowing what's going on. He only listen to his music. He's come out with multiple interviews saying why he only listens to his music. And he said he don't listen to other people's music. He makes music the way that he makes it, because if he keeps dropping it that way and people keep loving it, he knows that the people still love him. If he drops music in his way and the people ain't feeling it, he know that it's time that the people that moved on. From an artist, I understand exactly what he said, and I say fair. Fair enough, Lil Wayne. See, the difference between me and most people on YouTube is they choose that side, and don't keep it real. I'm the channel that keeps it real. And when it comes to being an artist, you can't tell me much because I was born as an artist. I ain't trying to be a rapper. I ain't trying to be an artist. I was born like that. I'm going to say what I want because I can see through most of the things that most people can't see through. That's why most of the people who find my channel, they know they found a gold mine, because I can talk about an actual artist in the way that they think. This channel's 10 times bigger than mine, but they can't give you my perspective because they're not truly an artist. I know the plight of an artist. I know how we're born as artists, and our first path to hip hop is to literally become enslaved. I was born as an artist, and the first thing I noticed about where I would go in life is that I would be put in shackles. You can't tell me about the plight of an artist unless you're an artist. So I get a certain perspective. And I don't like the way that Drizzy treated Lil Wayne. I don't respect it, bro. I would never, ever treat somebody like that put me on, bro. He would never be on camera saying, like, after he got out of jail and was doing nothing but putting you on, saying, like, yeah, that's the guy that broke my heart. That is insane. That is insane, bro. Because for you to break his heart, it means he loved you that much. And then for you to break his heart, that means you turned around and snaked him. Low key, I hate you for that, bro. I was your biggest fan, bro. I can't rock with that, bro. I keep it G and I'm my own man. I don't gotta rock with you. In real life, if we was on the street level, I wouldn't rock with you, bro. And it would be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get on the internet and act like I rock with you. I don't got to. Because if you got a problem with it, then what? I'm gonna grind you up every day. I'm gonna grind DJ Academics up every day. I'm gonna keep it G. And in the case that y'all telling the truth, I'm gonna keep it G. Now I'm gonna have an upload dropping probably in the next 2 hours where I keep it G, where I think Drake can actually do some good in hip hop. But how do I feel about the moves he's made and the things he's done in hip hop? I don't respect it. And if I don't respect it, I ain't gonna hop on the internet and act like I respect it. Cause on a real street level, I wouldn't respect you. Yeah, I didn't have to get a bunch of money and then get in the rap game and get around Lil Wayne to feel like I'm him. No, I was him on a street level. I grew up in Southwest Philly. And I can look in the camera and say, ain't nobody gonna hop in my comments that know me personally and say anything crazy. They wouldn't dare. Drizzy, I bet everybody you grew up will hop in your comments and say whatever they want to. The Jewish kid from Canada, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. They gonna hop right in your comments. And I want to give a big shout out to one of my loyal subscribers, my man Lamont Lauren, 367. Well, let me bring him up, bro. You know, I don't be having time for these little trolls, but I want to give bro some love, man. Cause I dropped something that cause I thought that Aiden situation, that Aiden stream was weird. I thought it was weird, bro. And the first thing little bro saying, look at you judging another man that don't even know, that you don't even know, and you want to talk about zesty. You never see me on camera being zesty. Anybody on from Southwest Philadelphia would never say, they would never even part their lips about anything. Because the first thing I'm gonna do is say, where you at? Yeah, we don't, if you know me personally, you already know the first thing I'm gonna say is, where you at, bro? Where you at? But my man Lamont Lauren, 367, I ain't even had to do too much talking, bro. Bro came through and put him in a box for me. And he was so solid. He said, yo, G, my bad tagging up your wall talking to this fool. Bro was so hurt about Drake. It's cool, bro. It's cool. And it been like that. And I got some loyal subscribers, and I want to just say thank you to people like Lamont Lauren 367. People that can see what I be on and see how I keep it G. You mad about me telling the truth? I don't sit here on the internet and say what I think or what I feel. No, I'll say this, then say that, say the truth, say where I stand at the end. This is the end of this video. This is where I stand. Peep the play. But shout out people like Lamont Lauren that been subscribed to the channel, that keep it G. You get what I'm saying? People like me, salute you, because I go out there on a limb. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have people on the left and you'll have the left's fans. You'll have people on the right and they're the right fans. And you'll have people that keep it G. And finding that tribe can be a lot harder than just being a follower. You get what I'm saying? So with this video, I want to give a shout out to everybody who supports this channel, supports me. I love y'all wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. Because we got suckers in the game who don't even deserve to be here. You know, I step on it and stand on it. You know, you hear people who step on stuff on YouTube and they be like, oh, no, it wasn't like that. I stand on it because I stand on everything in real life. Yeah, I grew up on my side of Philly, Dolo. And I can guarantee ain't nobody from my city gonna be in my comments. It is what it is. I ain't a tough guy. I be minding my business. But I can't stand hearing a guy like Drizzy from Canada who grew up in a Jewish family acting tough on the track and disrespecting people like Lil Wayne. That's like me growing up in Philly, Dolo, going through everything I had to go through, finally hopping on YouTube and talking how I want to talk. I put on a young boy who I know ain't like that from Yaden or something like that, or Upper Darby or something like that, or Glenside. You ain't from Philly, and you ain't been through nothing I've been through. And then you turn around and you snake me. That would be insane. So I see the plight of Lil Wayne. I relate to the plight of Lil Wayne. I could imagine just putting somebody on like that. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I respect Drizzy. Now, my next upload, it's going to look like I'm showing some love to Drizzy. I'm not. I'm just keeping it G. And I'm going to be talking about the plight of the artist and how Drizzy has a chance to free a lot of artists. That's what it is. All right. So it's your boy, What's Up, G. Don't forget to drop a like on this, comment, subscribe. I am the best reporting on hip hop and the realest. Some people take that side, some people take that side. I keep it G and say what you gonna do about it. All right. Ain't nobody told you they love y'all. I love y'all. I'm out, y'all.